pocket thingy.
Oh, cause we in
I know. I was like, scroll down. Where is he?
I told you for the new year we in Google Slides.
This ain't the new year yet. Oh, it is.
It is. Welcome to Thoughts in the Glass podcast. I'm Latoya.
And you know, I'm your girl, Kendra.
And this is a weekly podcast where we share our unfiltered thoughts on a variety of topics.
So sit back, relax, grab your favorite drink, and join us on a journey of real raw and ridiculously funny commentary.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Every week we do a drink of the night. Kendra, what's our drink tonight?
Cranberry Margarita. Yes. So it's your regular margarita, just a little jazz of the cranberry because it's what? It's still the holiday season.
Yeah, it's still the wintry holiday.
You do, because we're making for 2 drinks, 2 ounces of your lime juice, freshly squeezed. You know I squoze it. And 4 ounces of cranberry juice, and depending on who you drinking with.
Don't do me.
2 to 3 ounces of tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Shake it up, and of course we garnished our glass with a little bit of sugar rim. Do salt if you want to. I don't want my pressure up.
No, the cranberry is not going to work with salt. I don't think. It would? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Does it still have the lime in it?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can still do salt.
I feel like if it was watermelon, I could do salt. But because it's cranberry, I feel like cranberry is so
tart.
Bitter, actually, that it needs some sweetness. But whatever. Sugar or salt, whatever you want to do. Cheers. Let me.
What you do that for?
You did that.
Sassafras.
That's a good margarita. I was trying to find a part that didn't have that much sugar so it could clink, but
I sugared that thing down.
Yeah, I was unsuccessful. I like this.
It's tasting. Don't play with us.
But low key, I like not even.
Don't drink it all.
I know. Low key, I like margaritas though.
Oh yeah, I love a good margarita.
Yeah, actually, tequila is my favorite spirit.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm gonna have a spirit,
preferably for me whiskey, but
I'll take a good tequila. Yeah, like a really. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I really love a good añejo. Like. That's
you calling the hoe. So I'm just playing.
What I would drink, but like since that be more on a pricier end, I'll drink a blanco. I'll drink a reserve. I when it comes to tequila,
you all in.
I'm all in. And also hot take, I don't mind the cheap stuff. Like this
that
was made with
me a headache.
Okay, so this was made with Jose Cuervo, which I like Cuervo brand. A lot of people say it's cheap. I like it. Mm-hmm. What I don't like is Patron.
Patron is cheap.
I cannot do Patron. And I also don't like Casamigos. Like,
Casamigos is not a good one either.
It's not. So what I'm trying to say is the ones that a lot of people like the popular ones, I don't typically like. I like ones that are not as popular, but because they're not popular, they tend to be on the cheaper side, cost-wise.
Well, people like the ones that have the bigger names because they think celebrities drink them.
And they think they're stronger, but to me, it's not that strong. It's just not as refined, so you taste that alcohol.
Yeah, and I don't
like in this margarita, it doesn't have that burning alcohol taste.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that Cuervo doesn't have that taste.
That, yeah.
I also like 1800 too as for tequila. Yeah. So anyway,
that's our hot take.
That's my hot take. All right.
It's a new year.
New year, new you. No?
New year, same me. Just not dealing with people's bullshit.
Period. New year, better me.
Hello?
I like that.
Tap, tap, clock that. It's all right.
So before we jump into it, What have you been watching? Have you been watching anything?
So I've been catching up on stuff.
Okay.
Right. So last season I didn't watch. Not well. It's still in the season because they do like the little break and then after winter. So I caught up on 911.
Okay.
That was good. I mean, they drew out that daggone airplane, but okay. I caught up on what else did I watch? I watched a bunch of stuff because it was all like six episodes.
Yeah.
So that's all I've just really been catching up on like old shows.
Yeah.
Did I watch anything good? Of course, I've been in my holiday Hallmark bag.
Oh, still. I mean, I'm not judging.
It doesn't end until it ends.
Okay. I mean, I love a good Hallmark movie too. Like I rewatched the Kelly Rowland one that I was telling y'all about, Merry Little Christmas. I watched all three of those. I was trying to go back and find the one that you was telling me about. I think I watched the first one, Christmas at with Holly Robinson Pete.
Oh, Evergreen.
Christmas at Evergreen. So I watched the first one. I couldn't get through all of them, but I did watch that first one. And I found, you were right, it was on Peacock. Peacock had a lot of black ones, so I found some good ones on Peacock. But some good shows I've been watching. We watched, me and my husband watched The Jekyll. That was good.
Yes, that I thought I mentioned that.
I don't. Maybe you did in like a past one, but like you said, I'm getting caught up. So it's not new
because it has what's her face in it from the movie with Viola Davis.
Yes, yes, Jekyll was good. We watched.
You know what? I can't get past his face.
Why not?
It bothers me.
It don't bother me.
And and I said he looked familiar. He was in the little Harry Potter one.
Yeah.
I said because I thought he was the villain. I said no, he was the actual person.
Yeah.
I mean, what's his name? Pete or Skeet or whatever.
Newt Scamander.
There you go. His face, it's them. I don't know what it is about people.
It is the lips, but they don't bother me.
He look like a Salamander, a Calamander.
Now you know what bothers me is people's teeth. When people's teeth are messed up, I can't. And British people, I don't know. Yeah. British people, what do y'all be doing? Like, why y'all teeth be messed up?
They don't.
Their teeth they don't always be messed up.
Not their hygiene, but they just, I don't know.
It's like something about
maybe I don't know.
British people, but their teeth always messed up.
Yeah, it's always like a little brownish. Because you know what? They be smoking
and they be
early
smoking,
too, and drinking early.
But it's like, why the teeth be on top of each other?
Because they don't have enough space. They on top of each other. Shit.
So I watched that. I watched The Lioness with Zoe Saldana.
I want to watch it.
It's so good. You would like it. It's so good.
I say, because that is season 2. So I'll
it's good. That one was good. And then I'm currently watching The Agency. Also,
I was getting ready to start watching that.
It's worth it. But that one, y'all got to pay attention. I'm kind of like a watch TV and be on my phone kind of person. That show, you have to pay attention.
That's my problem. You know, it's not that I won't watch it or won't pay attention. I want shows that I don't really have to do a lot of thinking.
This one, you got to stick with it.
And that's what happened with like 24 and stuff.
Things be happening so fast.
Anytime you up in the agency.
Yeah.
Anytime they up in the daggone agency, the CIA, the FBI, I got to get the man. I got to get the man. You're thinking.
Yeah.
I don't got time to be. I just want to look and be like, wow.
The Agency, you absolutely have to pay attention or you'll be lost in the sauce. But it's good though. It's worth it. It's worth it. That's my, I don't know if y'all do this, but like I have shows that I watch that are just like background noise or just like if I'm doing something. But then I have shows that like I sit down with my dinner or I sit down with my snacks. I ain't got nothing else going on. And I like,
and you getting in, you locked in.
Game of Thrones, stuff like that.
Too dog.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff, I just don't have nothing else going on. Sit down, watch my show. Yeah. So The Agency is one of those kind of shows. You can't have nothing else going on. Yeah. Like that. Watching the show is the event. And I had to actually go back and rewatch a couple episodes because I wasn't paying attention. And then I'm like, what happened?
Lost in the
Who is this
sauce.
person? Why they doing this? So anyway, that's what I've been watching.
I watched like a few different shows here recently, and now I just can't remember the names of them. I had thought about watching Night Bitch.
What's that about?
So it's a movie
Mm.
where this mother from the commercial at night she turned into a dog, and then when her husband leave, she be acting like a dog with the kids and stuff. It's crazy work.
Oh,
And I was
I'm
like,
intrigued.
mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what else. I ain't really other than that. I've been like catching up on shows that are already going on.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't been really doing too much. I'll try to get down in the comments and give y'all a list of stuff that I've been watching.
So, and then as far as I also watched Red One, but I'll circle back to it when we talk
Yeah, that was
about
good.
what we did for New Year's because I watched that New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But for what I'm reading, so okay,
Oh, Lordy.
I'm about to nerd out, so
Okay.
just preparing you
All right.
because if you know that Onyx Storm is getting ready to come out. Hold up.
Who you saying?
Let me get the release date. I think it's January 25th, but let me just make sure. Okay, it's coming out on the 21st. All right. So, Fourth Wing, it's a fantasy book series about a military school where they where they ride dragons.
Lost. My ears is on when I'm listening.
Anyway, the author is Rebecca Yarros. If you're into it, you're into it. The girls that get it. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a Harry Potter thing, but like for adults. So
Harry Potter's for adults.
yeah, but this is grown ups.
Grown.
They be having sex and stuff. Like this ain't no kid stuff.
Okay.
So right after Christmas, I reread Fourth Wing, and then currently I'm rereading Iron Flame. Guys, I'm deep into it. Okay, I'm deep into the lore. Okay, I'm in the groups.
You on a chat?
Because I gotta go where there's community. Cause like, if you don't read these books, then you don't know about it. So it's like when something happens, and I'm like, oh, this person they done did this. I gotta go into the chat and be like, I know they ain't do this. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing. So if you want to talk about Fourth Wing, if y'all are reading it, let me know. We could definitely chat. We could chat about it because I'm deep into the lore. But it's for a fantasy, for an adult fantasy. It's really good. A lot of people, and I did too. A lot of people liked A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is also an adult fantasy. It's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but with a little bit more gore. It's a little bit more vicious.
Okay.
And it's with fairies instead of like a beast. But the fairies are like, they're not your typical like Tinkerbell kind of fairies. They're more like Lord of the Ring kind of fairies.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like that. But that one was good. And I do agree that one was good. But this one, I really like it because, how can I describe it? It's more politics. It's almost like watching, or it's almost like reading, like the NCIS and stuff like that. Like there is a kind of, not mystery, but there is kind of like a solve the problem element to it.
Okay.
That we're going on this journey to trying to solve this problem. But then you have these politics in the background that you're trying to figure that out too. Like, why is this person pulling this string and this and that? And then you have the love element, and then you have the dragon element. So it's really good. I did finish it, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. It was super cute. I love that the characters broke the fourth wall. So basically, the characters talk to the narrator in the book.
Okay.
And I thought that was super
cute. I like that. I need to send Janae your way. She be reading all the books.
Yeah, I owe her a list. So that's what I'm reading. So yes, my Fourth Wing fans. Let's talk about
Wow,
it.
that's crazy.
So all right, what y'all do for New Year's Eve?
Be black.
Period.
Eat them black eyed peas
As you should.
and that cornbread.
Your
I did
your
green beans
grandmother would
instead
be
of greens.
proud.
Christine.
Yeah, what so what
First of
you
all,
do
I
for
didn't even mention.
because you didn't talk about
I didn't even talk about. I went to see my girl for her 91st birthday.
Yes.
We moving her into her new place this month.
Okay, nice.
Christine is living large and taking charge. Big boy.
I know that's right.
Do you know where I got that from?
Martin.
Baps, girl.
Oh, sorry. I get it, but
You
I just
can't
don't be,
get it if I have to explain
I don't be
it.
categorizing where it come from.
Dang. She's really good though. I actually want to go see her. I'm going to see her this weekend because my parents are out of town, and they'll be go.
I'm not even surprised.
Your girl's on a 13-day cruise.
They stay gone.
So I need to go check on my girl,
Mm-hmm.
see what she got going, maybe take her out. But she's good. She out here running the streets trying to find her little
I think it's so cute that
tenderoni.
her name is Christine and her birthday is Christmas Eve.
She changed her name, girl. She said, "Do not call me no damn Eve."
That was her original name. Aww.
And you know what's so crazy? So my cousin, back when my cousin was trying to get her like redo her driver's license and do all this other stuff. So my grandma was born in a day where they used to just put your name in the Bible and when you were born and the date and time and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was so hard. And I told you how she changed her name.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted me like, put it on the record because I was married. I was like,
with a marriage license.
Where the divorces?
Oh, yeah. When did you? Yeah. You was married to all these dudes, but didn't divorce them. She had brother husbands.
And it take a lot to change your name back from where it was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't got time for Chrissy Chris. I love her. She's too much. But she's good. We didn't do nothing for New Year's but sit around and look crazy.
Aww.
Jayla, so Jade was with her boyfriend, as per. Jayla went to a hotel party.
Ooh, she grown.
Jonathan is still with his dad, and Joshy was
with y'all
hanging out like a little black that he should be. I love my little tribe. They crazy. Who told these kids to grow up?
Oh,
Hey.
Yeah, they are.
They used to want to be with me.
We did our thing that I told y'all that we always do, but this time we went. So we took my husband's truck down there early. My brother worked, and my stepdaughter spent the day with her mom. So him and I took the truck down there, parked it pretty close this time because we went early, and then we came back. And I didn't do anything. Finished organizing my house, got myself together, prepared myself to go back to work. So that's what I did. And like around 9 o'clock, we went back down there, parked a little bit further, walked to the truck, and I downloaded Red One. And so we sat with our snacks. We had little chip, dip, popcorn, some candy.
Charcuterie.
Exactly.
We went to, we didn't even talk about when we went out to happy hour.
We didn't. But I posted the pictures, though.
We do a lot of stuff,
We do be doing stuff.
And I'll be forgetting that until we talk about it again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Shout out to Tiffany.
Yeah, shout out to Tiffany. But I also didn't want to give that place.
No. Absolutely
because
not.
the service was
I
horrible.
wasn't going to say
day.
the place. I was just saying hanging out with y'all.
Oh, yeah. Fun. Yeah, it was fun. So we watched Red One. Super cute movie. You saw it?
I did.
I'll be honest. I feel like I probably like anything that The Rock is in. Even though I know what y'all gonna say, like, he's so corny, but I like him.
I like the other dude.
Kevin. I mean, not Mark Wahlberg. Damn.
Were you about to say Mark Wahlberg?
I was, but no, Chris Evans.
Chris Evans, I do like him.
Yes, Captain America.
I like a little Chris. I like a little Captain America, especially when he be a little rugged.
I like him too.
Did you see Satan?
Yes.
Girl, he cracks.
That was so funny.
Me up. It's so watching inappropriate stuff that kids are in gives me the giggles every time.
My thing is, was that movie for kids or for adults?
It was so I feel like it was like how Bad Santa is.
Okay.
It's an adult movie with kids in it.
Okay. Because I was like, if this is for kids, I'm not feeling a lot of this stuff that's going on.
I think it's more for adults.
Okay.
That's why there's no kids on the. Like, it's not like Santa Claus-y.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to let their children watch something that say Satan on it.
Yeah.
But
it was funny, though. I enjoed it.
It was so funny. I was
enjoyed
cracking up. I said, he is crazy.
He is crazy.
He's so crazy. Those are the two out of the norm holiday movies that I watched.
Yeah. I heard that other one was good, too. Something about the package or something. You know what I'm talking about?
Carry On?
Yes, The Carry On.
Suspense,
I didn't watch it, but I heard it was good.
Suspense. I don't watch it. Not my forte. Not my cup of tea.
Let's get into the topic because it's a new year.
It's a new year.
I'm pretty sure everybody has done their resolutions and all
the
of
resolute.
That. So, well, we could talk about that first. Did you do New Year's resolutions?
No.
No, you just winging it this year?
I'm not necessarily winging it, but I'm not. My resolution will always be the same: is to be a better me this year than I was last year, and however form that comes in is how I'm going to receive it. But as long as I'm moving on a upward track and not downward,
I get that.
It's my ultimate goal every year.
I like that.
I don't have anything that's like specific because if I put myself in a box, I will do everything not to be in that box, right? So if I say, "Oh, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds," I will. It's overwhelming,
yeah,
right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna be better than I was last year. So if that means I am down a few pounds, but in the same size, but it's just a little looser, I'm better than I was last year.
Yeah,
kind of thing. Or if I cut out something, maybe stay the same weight, but now I'm not drinking as many sodas, or I'm not doing this, or I'm not doing that. Just being mindful of who I am, the growth that my growth, and who I want to be, and accepting of me in all facets of this roller coaster ride.
Yeah,
that's
what's up. I don't have a lot of resolutions either, and I feel like that says something. You know what I mean? The fact that like you don't have to. Not to say that people that do have a lot of resolutions didn't grow, but like I feel like the fact that I don't have a lot of resolutions is saying that I'm really becoming the person I want to be, because it's not too much that I'm
that you need to feel like you need to change.
Yeah.
Or that you have to really stop.
Right.
And be like, check yourself.
Or even that I have to hold myself accountable to doing, right? Because sometimes a resolution could be, I'm going to take that trip this year. You know me. I was going to take it anyway.
I'm going to be on the trip.
I was going to take it anyway.
The trip is going to be on.
Yeah. So, but one thing that I do want to do, the one resolution that I have so far, and I feel like the list can grow, right? Like this is just for the here and now. I noticed something about me that I get emotionally attached to other people's
flights and they got going on.
Other people's kind of progress in general, their issues in general. Like when I see the people around me that are close to me dealing with stuff or struggling with stuff, I can get emotionally attached to that. So that like, you know, just to give a generic example, you were saying like you want to get a new house, right? So I know how I am. If I allow myself, I will get involved. Right. And now I'm emotionally connected.
Like,
so
then, you said but now while we going on the trip, you said you want to save somebody to be able to go and to buy your house and this, that, and for.
And it's like, that's her goal,
right,
not yours.
Yeah.
And while there's a part of it that's like, that's just how I care for people.
It's
It's
to hold
like,
them accountable and want the
yeah,
best. And
exactly.
yes.
But at the same time, if we get to the end of the year and like you didn't do anything you said you wanted to do, I will feel some type of way.
Right. Like
Like,
you ain't hold up your end of the bargain to make sure that to help
no,
me get across that.
I would feel like she ain't do nothing she was supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, I would feel disappointed, but it's like, it's her goal, not
Right,
yours.
right, right.
So why is that bothering you?
Right, right, right.
And so I have assessed that the reason why it bothers me when people quote unquote let me down, even though it's their own
right,
stuff,
it's their own business.
it's because I'm getting emotionally
involved.
invested in there. And so I think for this year, what I'm going to do is I can still support, I can still acknowledge, I can still hold you accountable if that's something you want me to do, but I'm not going to get attached to it. When people say this is what they want to do or this is their thing or whatever,
I'll be here to support you either way.
I'll support you, but I'm not getting it emotionally involved. And I think for me, what that means is sometimes I have to take a step back.
Yeah.
Because I'm also the kind of person that if you have a grand idea, I will have a whole plan. Okay, I thought about your idea. Here's what you can do. Here's how you can set it up. Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nobody asked you for that. So.
And sometimes I'll just be talking.
A lot of people just be talking. And my brain came up with
the whole the 3-year plan.
Exactly.
How we gonna execute it? What the margins are? How we gonna get out the red and stay in the black?
So I said, you know what? This year, that is the one thing that I'm really gonna try to work on. Like, I don't have to get in depth with it to show that I am supportive of something. I can support from a distance.
Right.
So. That, and we talked about a couple episodes before feeling guilty about doing stuff for myself. That's the other thing I'm going to work on is like releasing that guilt of like, I'm doing this for myself. It is what it is. I work hard. So sorry to those that can't do it. It ain't nothing against you.
Listen, let me say, the Lord blessing me here in the neighborhood.
So those are the two things that are quote unquote resolutions, but really just
lifestyle change.
Yeah.
Emotional growth.
Exactly.
For me, and it's not necessarily a resolution because it's not just for this year. This is also something that I want to continue is to be financially literate. And just kind of getting my father is really big into the stocks. We're supposed to be having a family get together. One of my cousins last year made over $1 million in the stocks. And so just trying to like get people doing the research and stuff like that. And for me, I just feel like this be my problem. And I gotta stop doing this, but it's hard, right? Being the youngest, and I think never got the perks of being the youngest, right?
What do you mean by that?
So,
or like you were never spoiled,
right?
Yeah.
So my dad talks about the stocks, right? And I'm not the person that thinks, my mind doesn't think that way, right? But I have several people in my family that their mind does think that way. And I'm like, well, just talk to me about the things that you're invested in. If I feel compelled, I'll invest in it. No, you need to do your own research. I'm not doing that. Yeah. And then I have other family members where somebody will like literally has the passwords to their stuff and invest for them. And I'm like,
why you want to do that for me?
Why you want to do that for me? And that person got time. Big time on their hands. It's like
why y'all not telling them to learn it for themselves? No, I get that. I feel that.
And I'm not, this is not my forte, right? So it would be the same thing if I was like, I love planning stuff, right? Everybody's like, oh, you should plan this, you should plan this. But if I said, no, this is your event, you need to plan it, it never gets done, right? So I take the initiative because I know this is something that you really want, but this is not your forte. Let me help.
Especially for
why
family.
Y'all can't do that for me?
Yeah.
But anyway, having the financial literacy of how to, like, doing the savings. You see on like the ticket top, these people paying their kids and being able to write it off on their time. Like understanding the full network of how money gets in and out of this country with our tax dollars will help in the longevity of like my kids and the loophole, like all of the things, because the rich keep getting richer because they keep learning more stuff.
Yeah, I definitely would be open to hearing about like if your dad is gonna do like a
Mhm.
class or something, I definitely would be open to it because like I like dabble.
Mhm.
Like I got my pinky
Right.
in
Like,
the investments.
what's up? What
Yeah.
y'all got going?
So, but what I'm confused about because for me, for the most part, as far as it goes, is like my 401k and like some other different like accounts that I have outside of my 401k, but it
Mhm.
ain't nothing crazy.
Right.
But I'm scared to like put more money into it because I'm like, when you say your cousin made $1 million, like, so like, how do I get that? Are they gonna tax me on that? Can I use that
So you
money?
can't you get taxed
I
on
don't
it.
know
You can
how
it's all
it
you can do all
works.
the things.
Or is it just like you made $1 million and that's sitting in retirement? You know what I
No.
mean? Like I
So
don't.
and that's the other thing. My father was like, "Where's your retirement at?" Right, and he's like, "You need to put it in the L retirement and take it out to C retirement because the L retirement gonna give you the whatever the thing that is sitting in is going to give you more return on your funds." What are you talking about? Because
Right.
right now you just spoke French, and I am not bilingual, baby.
Yeah.
Speak to me in English.
Yeah.
Speak to me in Ebonics. Because what you just said,
Yeah.
over, over. I just watched it as you spoke. I just watched the words. Oh, that was cute. The acrobats of your language is crazy. That's what you got from me.
Yeah.
And I can look very attentive
Mhm.
while I'm watching the words. The TikToks is the ones that be telling me stuff.
Yeah.
And I have invested in what the TikTok said and I got me some money.
Yeah. But like you pulled it out and used
No, I
it,
haven't used it.
but you see it grow.
I see it growing. Now
So what I'm trying to figure out is
my sister pulled hers out.
I want liquid income.
Yeah, so what happens is
I don't want to just see my money grow and can't touch it.
you can touch it. No, you can touch it. They'll tax it so
Mhm.
that at the end of the year you can. They'll ask you like, did you
Mhm.
claim any? Because right now it's tax free money.
Mhm.
Right now it's just growing as tax free because you're not taking it out. Once you take it out, then you need to. It's just like if you took money out your 401k,
Right.
because your 401k is technically an invest. It's an investment because
Exactly.
they're
Mhm.
investing that 401k. So it's the same deal. And he do my mother stuff.
That's his wife.
That's what I'm saying.
You
And then
know.
I be asking Dave, I'm like, can you just do my stuff? And he was like, we'll sit down and talk, and then you can. I don't care.
Why we need to talk?
What do I tell me what to do?
Yeah, or just do it.
Just do it.
But then I get it because nobody wants to play with nobody else's money.
I understand that, but then just say that's what I mean. Having a conversation to be like, hey, I think you should invest in this
Mm-hmm.
because of this and because of this, right? I told them about the one that I saw on TikTok, which was the body cam,
Mm-hmm.
right? I said y'all should invest in this. It went from $400 to $600
Mm-hmm.
in the time frame I told them. And I'm just watching. I'm just watching. It continues to grow,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of stalled right now, but it's never like dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't look at it every day either. Um, but yeah, so that, and then just like saving and figuring out like the best ways. Like people say, stop using like having money in your actual bank
Mm-hmm.
and use your credit cards.
It's hard to do
It's
because
very
I had
hard
to
to
be
do.
doing that, and next thing you know, that credit card bill up here and the money in the account down. I do have like a little system where like at the end of every month I'd go and pay off everything that I
Mm-hmm.
purchased,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna be completely transparent with y'all, which is probably like not a secret to anybody, and most of us are probably in the same boat. Even though I do that, at the end of the month, there's still a balance left on the credit card. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm not clearing it. I
Mm-hmm.
may be paying 70-80% of it, but I ain't clearing it. Like I'm definitely spending more money on that credit
But
card.
you're not supposed to clear it.
Right, but for me, I feel like at the end of the day, I'm just playing
Yes.
like move the money around.
Yes.
But in my brain, I'm like, if you still have $1,000 left over, that's 1,000 more than what you made that you spent. And if every month you still have 1,000, you're not getting to a point where you spend a thousand
Yes.
less.
Yes.
That's where I need to be.
So this is what happened. This is what I've realized. You know how I know not to, how I cannot spend money? Keep my ass in the goddamn house.
Not me, because I be in the house and then my Amazon
I don't. That's
packages
the
be
thing. You
coming
know
to the
what?
house.
I don't even. So if I'm home, I want to work on a couple of projects. So I think I told you that Janae wants to move downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Once I get the stuff that I need to paint, the rollers and all of the things, the next few weekends we eating at home and I'm getting my stuff together. It be these kids.
But my thing is, eating at home. Okay, yeah, I'm not going out to a restaurant, but a lot of times, if I order, especially like if I order for the whole house and not just for me,
Mm-hmm.
that bill could be just as big as us going out. Like I like we with the four of us can easily order upwards of $100 in carry out.
This is what I'm saying. Yes, right. But you take that $100 and go get the exact same food.
Like at a sit down restaurant.
No. I'm not, so you talking about, see, a carry out is still eating out.
Oh, okay. You saying cook the food?
Go to the grocery store.
Oh,
I know,
gosh.
right? Just a heartburn took you out. Where's the palpitations? No, but like because I'm looking at I'm thinking about the kids, right? And I said to myself, it needs to be easy. First of all, for me, it needs to be easy stuff that I could do like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the nice things. So with organizing right before the first and stuff like that, I have a little cart that has the toaster, that has the rice cooker, that also doubles as a steamer, right? And then I have my air fryer. In my mind, there should be no reason. So like the other day, I got home. We needed to record. I rinsed my rice, put it in the rice cooker, put the steamer basket on top, put my broccoli inside, put the orange chicken in the air fryer, which only took 20 minutes. So while I was getting myself together, getting all the stuff that I needed to record, took that out, put the sauce on, throw it back in. That was done. All I was waiting for is the sides and
The rice.
the rice, and they were already being cooked together. They didn't need me to be there.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be something like that. So by the time I get upstairs, take my shower, like take my clothes off, take my shower, come back downstairs, everything is pretty much done, and it wasn't a whole bunch of prep work. When it's like Devon's like, "Oh, can you make some chicken? Can you fry some chicken? I want some fried chicken." And it's not like I don't feel like having that air fried chicken. I want fried chicken. So that means okay. Now I still cook with lard, right? Don't come for me. Crisco is the best way to fry chicken, right? And I don't use a lot of flour. Give and take, give and take. But to do that too, and then you have the grease left over, and the smell. It's just over, and then getting off work and having to do it.
It's a lot.
God.
Yeah, we have a cooking schedule where each of us cooks one day of the week. I was just thinking about this. Like out of a month, I probably cook twice on my day. The other 2 days, I order something because it's like that's the day you're just responsible for dinner. So I want to say in December. Now, granted, we had Christmas and all of that, but in December, I think I made salmon one night. I made soup one night. I know for sure I ordered carry out one night, and I know for sure we ended up having like pizza and wings one night. Like just of the nights that I was responsible for dinner. Sydney's really good about it, but then again, she don't work. Like all she does is go to school. So
the mind be different.
She's really good. She like knows on her day when she has to cook, she have all week to kind of prepare her meal and know what she gonna make and go to the store, buy all her ingredients and like cook her little stuff. My brother is hit or miss, and Judah's pretty good too about his day. Like, but then I kind of think like they're kind of like you, where they make easy stuff. I be trying to switch it up, but like when Judah cook, he can literally make the same thing just in different variations. Like he gonna make some kind of meat in the oven. He gonna make some kind of pasta. He gonna make some kind of sauce. So unless he doing like a stovetop meat, so if he doing like ground turkey, he may do spaghetti sauce, and he gonna do noodles, or he may do baked chicken, butter noodles with some kind of sauce. You know what I'm saying? Like his meals are literally the same, but he just
different. Yeah,
it's like
the foundation is the same.
Yeah. Whereas me, I'm like one night I'm doing like baked salmon, the next night I'm doing like a chili, the next night I'm doing like a pot roast. So I think too, I also kind of make it complicated because like instead of me sticking to a formula, I'm trying to make different stuff, but I also don't want to eat the same thing every week. You already got him with his formula. So then, like, if I do that too, then it's like
you still eating.
You're eating the same thing.
My biggest thing is like everybody in my household eats different.
We do too.
So Davon doesn't eat seafood, So if I did salmon, I have to do something different for him.
Mm-hmm.
Joshua's lactose intolerant.
Mm-hmm.
So anything that I fix like with butter, I have to do with separate butter for him.
Mm-hmm.
So like this today, so I did the rice and I
Mm-hmm.
had to use this plant-based butter because I wasn't doing 2 pots of rice.
Yeah.
But like if I do mac and cheese, I have to do his vegan mac and cheese
Mm-hmm.
and then our mac and cheese because I want at least him to have his own little thing.
Yeah.
If I do like one thing that we can do all together, so I don't know if the girls be watching all the time, but they don't like peppers and stuff in their spaghetti.
Mm-hmm.
So Jayla saw they mom make it and he saw him cutting on the pepper. I don't like that in my spaghetti. Da, da, da. Why he started cutting it up real fine and still ain't putting it in there, and they tears it up.
Honestly, I would have blended it up.
They
I'd be like, oh, you don't like peppers?
It.
I'm gonna put it in. I would put the peppers, the onions, all of that in a blender.
They tears it
and
up.
added that into the sauce.
They tears it up, and I was like, they was like, it just tastes so good, and I was like, cause he puts all the stuff in there. His is better than mine. I was like, there's, you know what? It's some stuff that I didn't realize, like, cause I always was I'm the cooker.
Mm-hmm.
And when somebody else does something and they add like a little, because I was like, why do you put so much stuff in your spaghetti? That's like a little overboard.
Yeah.
But it'd be so flavorful and good.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't need no hot sauce.
Yeah. Wow. You put hot sauce in your spaghetti?
Absolutely.
Okay. I put sugar in my spaghetti.
Well, see, listen, I knew you did and I didn't judge you. You see how that happens?
We
judge.
Listen
and we don't judge. And you said, I'm listening. Hot sauce.
Because it just took me off guard. Okay,
it's a little pizzazz.
Okay.
You know. But I make really good fettuccine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Y'all have your different stuff. But yeah.
We have our differences. But
I don't know how we got on this topic.
So, tangent. We got on this topic talking about saving money.
Oh, yes. Saving money.
And me being able to go and paint, and not be spending no money outside.
Got it.
We got McDonald's at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I don't know. Try to be better with my finances. But then I think I fully agree with you though, because I was having a conversation with my good girlfriends, and she was like, "Kendra, you always give good advice on this." Mm-hmm. She has a friend who always calls her with her dramatics and drama and the things going on. And she said she gets so invested that it wears on her. And how do I separate myself? And I said, sometimes you got to tell your friend, I got to love you from a distance, sister. Because what you're going through and continuing to allow you, I've said all I can say. I've done all I can do. I've been all that I can be for you in this situation. Mm-hmm. So now I have to love you from a distance because it's now affecting my mental. And so
I also think too, like, at least for me, I instantly go into like problem solving mode.
Yes.
When I'm with people I care about.
Because you'll solve a problem. Or you'll be like, no, I think you should do that. But then when that person that you're not really close to continues the same patterns, then you'll be like, oh, I'm not helping you no more. Because you don't want your help.
That is true.
But if somebody that you care about, you're like, I know they ain't listening, but I love them too much to just let them go.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So.
But I have come to the realization that all of this stems from why you instantly going into problem solving mode instead of just listening.
You know why? This is what I've realized. You've always had to solve your own problems, and because of that, you don't want someone to have to feel how you felt alone in solving your own problem. So I think that we all, and that's every time. Most of the stuff that we do is because it was a something that we were deficient on. Yeah. So if nobody helps you solve your problem, you're always going to be like, well, I know how it feels to feel like I'm alone. Yeah. So let me be there for this person. Right. But then we also don't think about, like, I think about when we're raising the kids. I had to solve a lot of things on my own. And that made me a better person and able to think outside the box. And just like I talk about the girl at work and sometimes with the girls, people don't think outside the box because somebody's always solving the problem.
Yep, absolutely.
And then when you say, well, this is how you should have did it, it'd be like, oh, and it just be literal. Like, instead of being like, oh, well, this could happen for this thing.
But you can also apply it to other situations.
Or it may not work for this thing.
Right.
So, like, I don't like when I've said something and you take, like, I don't like people taking me literally, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you an example of what I mean by this part of literally. If I said everything that has already come in has been taken care of, right? Everything that has already come in, I've already taken care of. Something new comes in that you saw me send out today while you were here, and you asked me, did you take care of this? This just came in. How could I have done this when this wasn't already in? So I'm like, so then I have to accept, well, everything that came in when you were gone has already been taken care of.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like I have to lay the full blanket out when it just like, if you're paying attention, and that's the other thing, if you're paying attention and you see this morning I sent this out to say, hey, can you fill this out? Then it comes back a couple minutes later with it filled out. When did I have the opportunity to do it?
Right.
You're back, and that's not my job.
Right.
So clearly, it's for you to do.
No, I get that. But I also think, and we've talked about this, I think that there's a level of critical thinking that not everybody
And I think
has.
it goes back to, we're trying to solve a problem because we felt like nobody was there to solve our own problems. So like when the kids have problems, like I always tell them, the first thing I say is look it up. That's my biggest thing with them. Look it up. Go find, you know. And inevitably, we literally had to do dictionary work.
Yes.
Writing the definition
of a word,
and then using it in a sentence so that you know that you understand it. Where's the dictionaries and the thesauruses?
No, that's so true, and people don't like know what words mean. Like you'll say something and people just infer, but like they don't actually know the meaning of a word.
Now I'm glad they still using context clues. But my God.
No, but that gets me. I'm kind of a stickler on vocabulary. Like,
you know what kills me? People that try to correct you and they don't know what they talking
about. I hate even more. They'll be like, ask this person. If you ask anybody, I'm not asking anybody because all of y'all don't know what the fuck it means.
I'm gonna go to Webster and Webster gonna tell me.
Exactly. Like, I'm not gonna just agree to something because everybody agrees to it. This is what it actually means. This is the standard. This is what it actually means. Just because y'all think something else, well, nobody would actually think of the dictionary. Okay, well, that's y'all problem.
This is years ago. I was having a conversation with Jonathan Father, and I said, you really need to be conscientious of that. And he was like, it's conscious. Or something that he said. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, am I tripping? And when I read the definitions, I said, no, I know what the hell I'm saying. The book. It'd be like, you big dummy.
You're trying to be
cute in front of people. And I'm like, no. In my mind, I want to say, no, my mother went to college. I might not have. But she be telling me the words, honey. I know it's the word. Barely graduated. Barely.
Now he gonna watch this and call you now.
Okay. He graduated, but barely. The book.
Yeah, no, I hate that too. But yeah, I totally agree with you. It's to know how it feels to not have any help. But I also feel like when I was going through things, if I just had resources, I could have done so much more. So I feel like when I try to give people resources and they don't take it and run, it disappoints me because I'm like, if somebody would have gave me,
but you know what,
information, I would have gone so much further.
This is the thing, though. This is what I think about. I don't know if that's always true, and I say that because
maybe it's not.
The information that we do be having, we just be like, well, I do that, and keep on moving.
No, you think so?
I know. I'll say I'm gonna speak for myself. Like, love my children dearly. Having kids is gonna mess your life. It's gonna slow things down. Not me.
Oh yeah, stuff like that. Okay.
You know, so and it's not as simplified.
I understand,
but it's still like there are some things that we had the full knowledge of,
And
the resources to do something different,
true.
and said, "Ah, that was cool," and chose either a harder route or did things differently. And I think sometimes doing things differently, and it being a little bit harder, causes, like, when you get a wound, you either know not to do it again or you know how to do it better.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And somebody tells you what to do or not to do. This is the hard part with this, because people say don't have kids early, right? I had kids early. But my life, I'm not a statistic on how that ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
then you can apply yourself and say, well, Kendra did it, but you also aren't me because we move different,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So it's a very slippery slope when you tell somebody, oh, you shouldn't do such and such, but yet that such and such that person did propel them because they had the right people in their network.
And when you're the person in a situation, you look at that. It's like, well, you're telling me this, but I know somebody that did it and it worked for them. And it's like, that person that you know is probably the exception to the rule.
Right.
Like, I know 20 other people that tried to do it and it did not work for them.
And it did not work for them. So it's so, excuse me, it's I don't know. It's a slippery slope.
Well, one thing that I had said to my sister, which it's advice that I gave her, but it's also advice that I needed to hear for myself, but from the opposite side of it. We was talking about her raising her child, and I said that sometimes you as a parent have to allow your kids to experience things, even though you know this is going to end bad. This ain't going. The only way they can learn is if they experience it. If you tell them, hey, that stove is hot, and they never touch it to know for themselves that it's hot, they're not going to get that lesson of the stove is hot and it's dangerous and it's harmful. It's just, well, my mom always said the stove was hot, but I never really knew, you know what I mean?
Right.
When they touch that stove and they burn that finger, it's like, oh, now I understand why she kept saying that, and I got the scar to prove it, right?
And then also, again, the other part of that lesson is like, yes, the stove is hot, but I also know if I let it cool off, I can do this with it. This is when I can clean it. This
exactly.
is when so you don't know how to gauge until you go through the things. As a parent, I know this is a tangent. It's very difficult as a person. Anybody that you love, it's very difficult to see them go down a path, especially if you know that person's bandwidth on what they can handle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like you are not me.
Yeah.
And that ain't your ending is not gonna be nowhere near.
Yeah.
Mine. So.
Yeah. But her takeaway, which is interesting because when I was telling her that was in reference to her raising her child.
Mm-hmm.
But what she responded with was, I feel that. Like, there are some things that I know you as my older sister has tried to tell me, mom has tried to tell me, people have tried to tell me, but honestly, until I experience it for myself, it's hard for me to understand what y'all are trying to tell me.
Right.
And so I didn't expect the information to land that way, but that's what she got from it. But then I also had to realize when she said that even me, as the person as the person that's telling her, hey, be careful, don't do this, don't do that, I also have to accept that while you may tell her this is what you should do, she has to experience it for herself, and you can't get mad
when it don't work out or something happens or whatever.
And that you can't get mad that she's not taking your advice to prevent her from going through that situation.
Yeah.
Because sometimes a person has to go through something
to blossom.
And even if you know how that is going to end, you have to watch. Like they got it. Like, who am I to take that experience from
It's her? Like this. This is a good. While you was talking, this metaphor came into my mind. It would be like a seed telling another seed, I don't think you should grow. Because they might pick you and eat you, right? Then you have another seed that's like, I don't think you should grow because they gonna pick you and then you're gonna end up dying because somebody's not gonna take care. You know what I'm saying? But there are several seeds that flourished, got pollinized, and all became a tree. You have other ones that's paper.
Right.
You don't know which bucket you're going to end up in.
Exactly.
But you still have to try to grow.
Yeah.
And growing means you're going to have to go through the
through the
What's it
dirt,
called?
through the soil.
Hello. I was going to say the whole little. What's the thing? Photosynthesis
Oh
of it
yeah,
all. You
yeah.
got to
But
deal
even
with
before
it.
you get there, you said
Yeah.
a seed.
Well,
So
the
even
seeds
before
got to.
you
Yeah,
get there,
but
you
you
got
got
to
to.
push up through the ground.
You got to find the water where you can find it
Yeah,
and move through it.
absolutely. So I know that was definitely a
It's a
tangent, but
tangent,
I mean, good information
good
at the end of the
all
day.
the time
Yeah,
because we doing what? Being better.
right.
And in this 2025, this odd year.
Yeah.
Do you know
What?
at the March 27th, I will have been in my home for 10 years.
Oh, congratulations. And congratulations on your new home.
Okay, because let me tell you something. Your girl,
We speaking it. Period.
salt bay on them. Sprinkle it on them.
I thought you had your house for longer than that.
I got it. So this is so crazy, right? And this is what I be saying when my mom be manifesting. October of 2014, I was like, I want to buy a house. I said, I'm buying a house.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't know. Listen, when I say not a dollar was saved, not a dollar was saved, and I said, I'm gonna do it. I found out I was pregnant. Now I got pregnant February
Wow.
of 2015. Moved into my house. So I said that October. The house came out on Justin's birthday, January the 7th, 2015. Mm-hmm. It was a flip, so nobody was living in there. I did all the paperwork. I got approved for it in February. My sister messed my credit up, so then I had to wait because you with FHA, you have to do 90 days. Found out I was pregnant in February. Morning sickness and all. March, I moved in. That next September, I had Jonathan.
Wow.
Been there since.
Well, congratulations. That's a huge milestone. It really is.
I ain't never letting the house go.
3.5%
too?
You shouldn't.
Anyway, so that was another great episode.
Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell us your New Year's resolution. What you leaving in 2024? Because Peach McIntyre, you might got to stay back there too, baby case, because you is getting on my nerves.
Who is that?
Girl, you got to get on the tick and talk.
Oh, that's somebody on TikTok? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Y'all leave Jackie Anna alone in 2025.
I thought that was over with.
You know people be talking. I don't know.
They still messing with her.
They just be talking.
Oh, okay.
Who else? Who else going on? Diddy.
Oh God.
Cat, don't come out here acting crazy in 2025.
No, definitely. Cat, come out. We need that.
Oh, what more do you want from me? Child, did you see Diddy was riding that daggone motorcycle in the jail?
No.
I gotta send you the TikTok. Oh,
First of all, excuse me?
A freaking mess.
He has a motorcycle in jail. What jail he at?
I don't know. Anyway, all of the craziness, just stay. And I'm gonna say this. I ain't want to mention that man's name. Trump, don't you bring your ass in here acting a fucking fool.
Girl.
Anyway. Elon.
It's good. I mean, I don't want to say this, but I feel like it would be naive to not expect any craziness.
I expect all of the craziness. That don't mean I don't tell you to sit your ass down.
Oh, okay.
Tall as you know gonna be acting a fool. They ain't having that.
Correct them.
You still got to say something.
Yeah, true.
I love y'all. It's about to be a year of us giving you the works.
It is. We're coming up on our anniversary.
What we gonna do? I don't know. Surprise.
What should we do?
Surprise.
We haven't done a live in a while. Although I feel like the lives don't really do that good.
I know. We need to get some engagement.
Yeah. We need to figure out if y'all know how to do stuff and y'all want to help us, drop down in the comments, because we need to figure out like how to do a live.
Yeah,
like a live stream. We don't have enough followers on YouTube to do it on YouTube. So like where can we go to do a live stream? Y'all drop down in the comments. And
You
tell
know
us.
what? TikTok we could do lives.
Okay.
I think Instagram.
Yeah, but we tried that, and it's like,
I know we just need we just need a different setup.
yeah,
That's the problem. Like we need a monitor to be able to see. Like if we were here, didn't have a monitor to be able to see what people are talking about.
yeah.
But we need narrators up in the thing.
Listen.
We need a community.
My
Where's the community?
My technological expertise only goes but so far.
You see who the editor is.
You talk about we need a monitor, okay?
We do. I didn't say it was gonna be me. Look, I'm the performer. Just tell me which stage right or stage left. Just tell me where to go, and I'm gonna show up and show out.
I'll drink to that.